extremely humble fellow. He didn't say a lot, but when he spoke, it was worth listening to. You wouldn't know that he was the aggressive person that he was when he was in the seat of a fighter aircraft.
He was an ace pilot who flew 374 missions, had 20 confirmed aerial kills, was an artist who painted this image of himself, and also authored 2 books.
My name is James Francis Edwards. I go by Stocky these days. I was born on a farm near the Comox, or Lockwood, Saskatchewan. The war was on, and I was at college, and I decided that I would go join the Air Force if I could.
His first operational flight, and he was a wingman, and he was supposed to stay with his lead, and they came across a squadron of 109s, and everything just went sideways.
3 bombers, lead bombers, go up in flames. They're too low over the RCAF. And I see these little aircraft going up, right up through our formations. A 109 appears, standing on his tail almost, flicks over, and he's right on the tail of my leader. And he's right in front of me. So I press the button and knock pieces off him and everything, and he fell away. See?
And then couldn't find anybody else, so he made his way back to his base and landed.
And I'm walking along with my chute on my back, thinking, what do I do now?
And the CEO of the base said, "Where's everybody else?" And he said, "I have no idea." He said, "This battle happened and everything just went everywhere."
I wanted to tell him I got a 109, see? But he doesn't say anything. He doesn't seem too happy because some of the boys haven't come back, see? And finally we get in the tent and he's listening around there, and he gets a call from the Army, and they say, "We've got 2 of your aircraft up here, and we were refueling them. They're out of fuel. One was my leader, see?" Oh, everything was great then. He turned around, eventually my CEO turned around and he looked at me and he said, "Edwards, what did you do?" And I went, "Hey, I just had done a 109, sir." And a little squeaky voice. He did. Of course, he didn't believe it anyway.
Some people would say to him, "How many kills did you have?" Well, he was a fairly strong Catholic, and he hated that word. He said, "I destroyed an aircraft. I wasn't there to destroy the person." He said, "They're doing for their country what I was asked to do for my country." And he said, "I just wanted to take that machine out of the picture, not necessarily the person."
We got word from a group that we're going back to England for D-Day. I guess the 5th of June, we were called over to the commander's office, and he was giving a briefing on tomorrow morning, boys, is when we go. You could easily make out what was happening on the beach, and the water was very rough down there. They were putting people off in when it should be shallow, it was deep, and they're going underwater. But other than that, there were lots of good things, and the landing was a success. But there were a lot of suffering from it. I was a squadron commander, and our job as Spitfires was to cover the troops landing and the crossing, and make sure the Huns didn't get through. But they didn't, which of course would be a bit of a disappointment, and also lucky.
I know he was a very, very strong supporter of the Air Cadets, and they were just in awe anytime he showed up at any of their parades or any functions.
And I remember to this day you standing in front of about 40 girls, grade 4, grade 5, sitting cross-legged on the floor. You told them a bit about your life. The first question was, Mr. Edwards, what did you like most about the war? Do you remember that? Do you remember your answer? You paused and you said, what I liked most was the opportunity to lead men. And then you talked to them about what leadership meant. You talked to them about duty and patriotism. And these girls who went there to hear war stories, they heard somebody talked about values and what was important in life. And I'll never forget that, and I know that they will never forget it.
Toni was just so warm and embracing and loved to talk to everybody. And when you were talking to her, you had 100% of her attention. She was from Saskatchewan, was in training as a nurse before the war. And then with the war, she enlisted and went into communications and did that until the end of the war and continued on and got her nursing degree and became a registered nurse. Her support of Stocky was so evident. No matter what was going on, she was right there beside him and not wanting any of the glory, but so supportive of him. The support of a spouse, of a military member, is so important to their career and how they're perceived in the community and so forth and so on. And she was always, like I say, so stalwart and always right there with them, and just a first-class lady. With regards to Stocky's career, he joined up as a sergeant pilot and then got promoted to an officer and then made his way up through the ranks. Was a wing commander at 23 years of age. And I understand he was in charge of Baldy Hughes for a period of time.
I was a wing commander for 20 years. During the war, I got my rank back in 52. When I went overseas, and that was it.
I rise with great sadness today. Just shy of a year ago, I was able to pay tribute to World War II flying ace who lives in my community, centenarian Stocky Edwards. Unfortunately, on Saturday, 3 weeks shy of his 101st birthday, he passed. A man of great courage and valor, and I just wanted the House to recognize and honor him one more time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
When people, and they wouldn't do it themselves, but people would bring up the fact that, you know, he was one of the top bases in Canada and he did this and he did that. He didn't want that limelight. Okay, I did that, but let's move on. And yet on his 100th birthday, we had 285 vehicles drive by his viewing station on the day of his 100th birthday. So that tells you a lot about a fellow that was 100 years old, that many people locally would come out. Quite a testament to how well received he is in the community and through the rest of the country and such.
I never felt fear in that I was going to be shot down or killed or anything. It didn't seem to matter. It was like getting a scar from playing in sports. It's all part of the deal. There were many, many people involved in the Army, Navy, in the Air Force. And many, many were doing their job for their country. To have that Canada badge on your shoulder amongst everyone else meant something. Something you couldn't replace.